Hello guys, and welcome to another video, and Wave 3 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC is now out. So we have the Rock Cup, which includes London Loop, Boo Lake, Rock Mountain, and Maple Treeway, and the Moon Cup, which includes Berlin Byways, Peach Gardens, Merry Mountain, and 3DS Rainbow Road. So let's go ahead and check out the Rock Cup. So like I said in previous videos, I think this wave is a major improvement from Wave 1 and 2. I know Wave 2 already had some improvements, but I feel like Wave 3 had even more, but let's just see. I can't really judge that until I actually play it, so let's look at London Loop here. So yeah, London Loop already looks really good, and definitely a step up from the other city tracks. I think the grass textures are more detailed as well. Yeah, this looks really good. Yeah, the grass textures, I can even notice it from over here that they actually look much more detailed now. But yeah, this actually definitely looks a lot better than Wave 1 and 2. I haven't really noticed any problems with it yet. Because I know there was a problem with Sydney Sprint in the last wave. I like the chain chomp being included there. I think that was probably in Tour, but I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would actually say this is really good for even for a city track. This is one of the only ones that I actually haven't played in Tour, so I think it's cool to play it here now. Okay. Yeah, and it has the alternating paths as well. This is really nice. Yeah, everything's more detailed, I would say. I know there's more going on here, and that kind of, helps things look better. But yeah, I could definitely notice an improvement here. It's a good length as well. I really like all the turns and different paths here. So yeah, I would say this is a pretty solid track overall. I actually wasn't expecting this one to be so good. Because I actually haven't played it in Tour originally, so... Let's see the next one here. Okay, Boo Lake. Okay, this is another one that looks surprisingly good for a GBA track. I actually did play this one in Tour, and this is one of the GBA remakes that I actually really liked. Yeah, the music is pretty good. And I like the underwater segment as well. They added that in Tour, and that's really nice. Yeah, it definitely looks pretty nice here. And it even has the anti-gravity as well. I was kind of expecting them to put anti-gravity in this one. But yeah, even though it's kind of simplistic, it's still pretty good. It looks nice and everything, so... Yeah, the music's definitely great here. I feel like they've been handling the GBA tracks fairly well in both the Booster Course Pass and Mario Kart Tour. So I don't really mind that they're using the Mario Kart Tour versions, since I think they're still the remakes of the GBA tracks in Tour are really good. Uh, okay, I kind of got behind at the last second there. Okay. But yeah, Boo Lake, pretty fun overall, even though it's more simplistic. Okay, so here's Rock Mountain. I think this was one of the more iffy looking tracks. But yeah, the cliffs do look a bit iffy, but Rock Mountain, even though it's not my favorite track, like I do think it's kind of like it's a bit less interesting than some other tracks. I do think it's still fun. Okay. For a second I didn't think they had the swoops there, but yeah, they have them. Okay, at least the grass has some texture here. Wow, I'm surprised I. Okay. It doesn't look bad. Like, the grass has some texture here. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's definitely one of the more weaker looking, tracks here. I kind of expected it. Um, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's from Mario Kart 7. And I feel like, I don't know. Well, 3DS Rainbow Road looks good, but, I don't know. They have to have at least one that looks a bit off. But it's still a fun track. So, at least the presumably the weakest track here is still good. I mean, they could always improve this in future waves. Yeah, I do like the gliding section on this track, so it's a pretty solid track overall, but yeah, I feel like they could have done a little better here with the visuals. Though the grass textures, I would say, looks a lot better. Okay. So yeah, I feel like that might be the weakest track, out of all of them. So okay, so here's Maple Treeway. This is one of the ones that look pretty good. I thought the tour version was already pretty good, but this is definitely an improvement. The music is really good, too. They even have the half-pipe here, that's cool. Yeah, I already really like Maple Treeway, but it looks nice here. In the rumors, well, and also the data mines and everything, um, okay, kind of fell off there, but, everyone was expecting this to be a part of, like, one of the last waves because of the data mines and everything. So, it's a nice surprise to see it so early here in Wave 3. But yeah, I really like this track. I mean, it's always been a fan favorite ever since it was introduced in Wii. Yeah, Maple Treeway overall looks great, and it's really fun. So yeah, I would say this cup was solid. The only, like, weak one here was Rock Mountain, but it was still, like, still pretty fun overall. Okay, so let's move on to the Moon Cup. So this one has a lot of, great tracks here. Like, this is the one with Merry Mountain, 3DS Rainbow Road. Like, some of the ones that a lot of people were looking forward to. And yeah, Berlin Byways. I feel like this is the city track that most people were talking about, because I guess because of the music and some of the factors like that. Okay, yeah, the textures here look pretty good. Just like London Loop. And yeah, the music is great. Yeah, I really like these remixes in the style of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Or I guess Mario Kart 8 in general. Yeah, it sounds really good. And the textures look good here too. Like like the city tracks in the previous waves, but you could still tell that they were like ported directly from Tor. Now they at least put some more effort into it. Like, they actually look decently good now. They actually seem to fit the style of, well, somewhat of, I feel like they're kind of mixing the styles of Tor and 8 Deluxe, which I think is fine, because they can only go so far. But yeah, it does seem more well adapted for, the Mario Kart 8 art style, even though it still kind of does look a little cartoony. It doesn't seem, like, out of place anymore. I like how you cross the other, part of the track there. That's pretty cool. So there's the Womps. I saw this one meme, on Twitter, like, the Berlin Wall implies that, the Mario universe had communism. So yeah, overall, pretty good track. I would say that I do like the layout of London Loop a little more, but I feel like this one is also great. Like, they both look really good. So yeah, the next one is Peach Gardens. So yeah, this was originally in Mario Kart DS, then Wii, then was recently added to Mario Kart Tour. Now it's in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Interesting how they blocked off that path there. I mean, I guess it's really like a okay, I think they added that flower section back from Tour because that wasn't in Tour. Okay, so yeah, the layout is kind of like pretty much similar to Tour, but I feel like that one section back there is a little more accurate to the original with the flower in the middle there. Okay. And I do like the inclusion of the piranha plant here. But I think the fact that they blocked off that one path is a little weird. Though I do like how they handled this track. Because the textures here look great. The hedge of Mario finally doesn't look like a Nintendo 64 model. I feel like it's a little, well, it's actually a lot more open than it was in DS and Wii. Well, it was in Wii it was somewhat open. But I feel like that's for the better due to the nature of how Mario Kart 8 controls. I feel like it's kind of understandable. Oh wait, there's another path here? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's really cool. With like Calamari Desert. There's even a glider section here. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, I really like that they did that. So yeah, it's a really fun track. Definitely an improvement from all of the previous versions. Okay, so here's Merry Mountain, the Christmas themed track, kind of advertised alongside this tour. Very fitting for this time of year. And yeah, this one was originally in Tour. I really like the music here, too. I actually am using this as my outro music right now, but I might have to update it with the new version. Because I had the tour version. Yeah, but I like the anti-gravity section here. Yeah, and the textures and the details, everything looks good here. I've only played this a few times in Tour, so it's nice if they added it here so I can actually, like, play it more times. Yeah, but I definitely like the, Christmas theming here. I definitely feel like this will be a memorable track for a lot of people. Oh, okay, and the glider ramp opens up here. That's a cool effect that the train does. Yeah, pretty good track. Really like the Christmas theming. Okay, so the final track. This will probably be my favorite one, 3DS Rainbow Road. 3DS Rainbow Road has always been one of my favorites. Like, I mentioned it in the video that I did with the beach. Um, like the best Mario Kart tracks video. This is definitely one of my favorites. My favorite version of Rainbow Road. Just the fact that you kind of go in between the planets and onto the moon like that is amazing. It looked great here, too. I already like that they added it to Tour, but it looks even better here. Yeah, the fact that you go around the rings of the planet here is really cool. And the music sounds great as well. This is actually the Rainbow Road that the Rainbow Road Smash stage is based on. Um, so you could tell that even Sakurai thought this was the definitive Rainbow Road, as a as I quoted from my video there. Okay, so yeah, amazing track. I would definitely say that's my favorite out of the Wave 3. So yeah, overall, I'm actually pretty content with this wave. Like, technically, it looks a lot better. and just overall, it's pretty great. Like, it's definitely an improvement over the others. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.